Please welcome on stage. Come on, let me hear you. It's Jen Willis. Yeah. So
Oh, you're not saying? I thought I was back. When he said that and invites graduates back, I thought it was because I'd gotten pretty good. And I might have realised it's because I haven't actually graduated yet and I'm back for another round of the course. So I was getting ready to come out tonight and I got dressed and my daughter came out and she said, "Oh, Mum, you look really nice. Like, you look kind of hot." And I was like, "Oh, like a prostitute?" And she's like, no, it's okay, Mum, no. So I'm walking down the street as I was coming in here and another woman came up to me and she said, "Oh, you look really sexy in what you're wearing." And I was like, "Oh, like a prostitute?" She said, No, you're fine." And I'm like, "What the fuck does a girl have to do to get laid around here?" Fucking South Melbourne, hey? So speaking of getting laid, so I'm quite a passionate woman. So I'm passionate about mountains. I love to climb mountains. And I'm passionate about anything that gives me like a rich life experience. And I'm really passionate about men. So don't worry, ladies, I can't see yours that well from here. Actually, I did want to just mention you, Aidan. So I had a special sort of feeling of affection towards you and I was keen to get up here and see what you looked like because I was teaching a class today. I've been doing some relief teaching and there was a student in there. So he was like a year 7, like little fuckwit. And he was being a bit naughty and I said to him, "What's your name?" What do you reckon he said?
No idea.
"I forgot." Now I know what he's going to grow up to be like. Oh, his poor mum, but hey, you found a woman that's chosen you. And I found a man. So I've got one. I might have more than one. I might have a few, but I won't talk about the other ones tonight because that one's here. So he's my new boyfriend. And so I told this joke one day. I got up and actually brought a different previous boyfriend with me to a gig. And it just came out sort of spontaneous. So I said, "Oh, I've got a new boyfriend here." And everyone cheered. Like, why couldn't I get a new boyfriend? They're like, "Yes, yay!" And they're all cheering. And then I suddenly said, "Oh, he's not new actually, he's used." And I realised that I brought along another boyfriend who's actually used. And I've thought about this and I've thought about all these used boyfriends and I've thought, well, hang on a minute, if they're all used and I've had so many used boyfriends, it doesn't exactly make me new either. And so we had this moment where I was thinking about overachievers. And you meet someone, you want to let them get to know you, you feel pretty proud. I'm a bit of an overachiever. So I have 5 degrees. No shit, 5 degrees. 3 of them are master's degrees and I've climbed Mount Everest. So that's overachieving. But then you do this comparison where you're getting to know each other. And so you do this like, "Hey, how many people have you slept with?" So we did this. And he's a bit of a stud. So we decided that we would just write it down on our phones. And then we would do the reveal. 1, 2, 3, you show the number. So we did the 1, 2, 3, we turned out our phones. He had 18. I was like, "What the fuck have you been doing with your time?" Because I had 40. And they were just the ones I could remember before I finished high school. So let me give you a few tips if you're needing to find new boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever. So have any of you ever bought a new car? Anyone ever been in the market for a new car and you haven't bought it yet? And you can't afford a new car. And one of the things with new boyfriends, I joke about new boyfriends, but if I really wanted a new boyfriend, so not used, I'm either going to get a really, really young boyfriend who's never been used, or maybe a monk or something like that. And neither of them really work for me. I am Buddhist to a certain degree, apart from the 40 guys I fucked before I was 18 and the other 70 since. But so I realised that maybe what I try and then go for is just like a single owner. And so I started doing a bit of looking around thinking, all right, single owner. What would a single owner be? Widowed, still really, really young. So no. So I've settled more into the used market. But when you start looking for something new but used, you're looking for something and you start checking out what other people have got. So you're out there with your friends, you're looking at cars, you're driving along going, "Oh, I wonder what model they're driving." It's the same sort of thing with your girlfriends. You're out there, they bring their new guy along, you're like, oh, he's an all right model, isn't he? You try not to be too, don't want to say, oh, look, can I take your guy for a test drive? Because I'm thinking that he's a... So you just sort of ask, oh, so what year? What year was he born? Oh, like, okay, 1975. All right, I'm 71. That sort of fits in the zone. You get to one, you go, well, that's a nice one. What year's yours born? Said that to my daughter. The other didn't go down so well. Hers was like a 1995. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's all right. That car's a bit too new for me. I wouldn't know how to drive that one. And so you look around, you start doing this comparison shopping. And then you start to work out, so you get an age range. And I'm going, like I'm 53, born in 71. So I want like between a sort of 1965 and 1989 sort of model. And then you think about, right, what do I want it to have like mileage? Like I know I'm in this age range for the car that I want to drive. So, and then you think, all right, how much mileage does it have on it? So you look into them and you go, you have a little conversation. You're like, so how many miles have you done? I've done 40 miles, again, before I was how old? 18, I think I said. It was probably 16, but hey, we'll keep that to ourselves. I've actually got a couple of girls I went through high school with here, but I haven't seen in a very long time since high school, so I wonder what they would say. I don't know if they know much about me in that way, and I didn't really fuck anyone until I was 18. That's what I'll say tonight. So... Anyway, so you start shopping around, you decide what model you like, and then you get online. And online, I heard it mentioned before, we call it car sales, but in the dating world, it's Tinder, it's Hinge, whatever. And so you start looking at the models, you read, and then you start looking for modifications. And guys seem to be a bit more into the modifications, I've gathered. So I'm a 1971 model. I've done a few miles. I don't have modifications. I've had some really nice guys offer to modify me. One of them was my husband, my ex-husband, and I was actually the breadwinner, and he said to me one day, if you ever feel like you just want to spend a bit of money, I'm happy to shout you a pair of tits. Like, what a fucking asshole. What's he going to do with them anyway? And one of the things that happens when you're not very well endowed, this was not where I was going, but I'll add this in, is that you can wear fake bras anyway. So I actually have another ex-boyfriend, a few of them, and every time I would see him, he would say, oh, your tits are looking really good. And I would think, you've met me without my bra on. Like, why don't you just fucking say, I like your bra that you're wearing today? Like, that's a good level of padding. But one thing you can do when you're wearing padded bras is when you're in this whole dating world, is you bring a guy home and you're actually feeling pretty tired and you just don't feel like sleeping. You take your padded bra off and you put it on the back. And then when he wakes up in the night and he's reaching over, he's feeling and you're sound asleep. And if he starts getting a bit too friendly, then you just wear a strap on as well. And unless he's into guys as well, then that's a great way to keep him off. That's just a tip for you ladies. Or any men that are going home with other men but just don't want them to get too close. So anyway, look, back to buying these used cars. Eventually I found myself some really good models. And I've decided what I wanted, so I've worked out if I can take some of them for test drives. So has anyone been on any sort of dating apps and done a lot of dating? Yeah. How many did you test drive? Don't be shy. I've told you I was on 40. What, are you higher or lower?
Oh, lower, 15 to 20.
15 to 20? Yeah. Wow, you got to fucking live too, don't you? Jesus. And have you married one of them, or are you going out? There's an empty seat here. What happened? Things happen, yeah. Was there a woman here with you? Oh, this one! Oh, shit, I'm so sorry. All this while I've been sending the two of you home together. Oh, you're all going home. This is just one big happy family, isn't it? Wow, thank God. I was worried someone was going to go home alone tonight. If anyone was worried that you're going home alone tonight, so we've got 3. Are we? Just the two. So we've got a 3 and a 2. Have we got any better offers? So we've got 2, we've got 3, we're going 4, 5. Always said I could be an auctioneer, so we've got sold, and sold to the lady in the front who's going home with the 2 men on either side. Congratulations. Look, the other thing that I do really love is I love climbing mountains. Do we have anyone else here that's into climbing mountains? So climbing mountains, there's a few similarities. So one of the things when I'm climbing mountains is I want to make sure I know the best route to follow up the mountain. So you want to make sure that the route you're going to take is a really good, well-worn route. Yeah? You're going home alone, aren't you? I don't want to take you home anyway. Got my boyfriend back here. But I'm looking for a really good, well-worn route. And one of the things is, so you look at who you're going to be following up the climb. And you want to make sure they know what they're doing as well, that all the equipment is working, they've practiced the route as well. And I like to come up after them. I actually like to come behind them if I can. So I always let the guys go up on top of the mountain before me. I come after them. I've got this thing worn out. But one of the things I really need to make sure is that when I'm picking the routes, I want to make sure I'm on one that no one's died on. This is no shit. This happens in the mountains. And would you believe it or not, it happens in life as well, doesn't it? We've all heard those awful stories and we just never want to hear about them, about the person that goes in. And it's normally with a prostitute or something like that, and it's some old guy and they see him in the movies and the prostitute comes running out going, oh my God, he's died. And then the wife turns up, goes, thank fucking God, here's an extra $100,000. I'm free. So I'm Jen Willis. Thanks so much for having me here tonight.